When people think about power, they often imagine something external, something they have to gain from the world outside of them. They imagine money, influence, status, or recognition, as if those are the keys that unlock true strength. But what if the real source of power is already within you, waiting to be noticed? What if everything you've been searching for out there has always been hidden inside? The truth is, you don't need to look far to find it. Your power is not something you acquire, it's something you awaken. It doesn't come from others validating you. It comes from you validating yourself. It doesn't come from a perfect set of circumstances. It comes from how you choose to respond to whatever circumstances you find yourself in. And the moment you understand this, everything about your life begins to shift. Think about the times when you were under pressure, when everything seemed to be falling apart. Did you not find yourself suddenly capable of things you never thought possible? Maybe you spoke up when you were scared to. Maybe you kept pushing forward when your mind was telling you to stop. Maybe you carried pain that seemed unbearable, but somehow made it through. That wasn't luck. That wasn't coincidence. That was your hidden power showing itself in the moment you needed it most. You see, we often underestimate ourselves until life forces us to prove otherwise. We think we're weak until we're tested. We think we're small until we're stretched. We think we're broken until we discover that we're still standing. And every time you come out on the other side, you realize there was more strength inside you than you ever imagined. The problem is not that you don't have power. The problem is that you've been taught to doubt it. From the moment we're young, the world feeds us messages that we are not enough, that we must become something else to be valuable, that we must achieve certain milestones before we can truly believe in ourselves. But here's the reality: you are already enough. You already carry within you the seeds of greatness. You already have what it takes. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to start believing in yourself. If you keep waiting for the world to approve of you before you unlock your strength, you'll be waiting forever. You don't have to be fearless to find your power. In fact, your power is often revealed right in the middle of fear. Fear is not the enemy. It's a signal. It tells you that you are stepping into territory that matters, that you are pushing against the edges of your comfort zone. And the beautiful thing about fear is that it doesn't have to stop you. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel doubt and still take action. You can feel uncertain and still choose to believe. And every time you move forward despite fear, you unlock a little more of that hidden power that has been waiting quietly within you. We live in a world that measures strength by comparison. How many followers do you have? How much money is in your account? How successful do you look compared to someone else? But those measures are illusions. True power is not about being more than others, it's about being more than who you used to be. It's about growth, about progress, about pushing yourself to rise beyond your own limits. The only person you need to compete with is the version of yourself that gave up too early, the version that settled for less, the version that believed the lies of limitation. Every day you have the chance to step forward and prove to yourself that you are stronger, wiser, and braver than you were yesterday. That's where real power lies. The danger of underestimating yourself is that you start living small. You stop dreaming big dreams because you think they're impossible. You stop trying because you assume you'll fail. You stop showing up fully because you believe you don't deserve it. And slowly, without even realizing it, you bury your potential under layers of excuses and hesitation. But the truth is, you were not created to live small. You were created to live fully, to bring to life the gifts and talents that only you can offer. And every time you choose to shrink back, you rob the world of the greatness that was planted in you. So how do you begin to awaken this power within you? It begins with a decision. A decision to stop waiting for permission. A decision to stop doubting your worth. A decision to stop letting fear control your steps. The moment you decide that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you are strong enough, your life begins to shift. That decision alone can change the direction of your future. Because once you believe in the power within you, you start to act differently. You start to carry yourself differently. You start to speak differently. And soon the world around you begins to respond differently. This doesn't mean the road will be easy. In fact, awakening your hidden power often feels uncomfortable. Growth always does. You'll face resistance, both from the outside world and from the voices in your own head. You'll hear whispers telling you that you can't do it, that you're not ready, that you're not good enough. But let me tell you this, those voices are liars. They are echoes of old fears and past wounds, but they are not the truth. The truth is that you have already survived things you once thought would destroy you. The truth is that you have already overcome obstacles that once felt impossible. The truth is that if you look back at your journey, you'll see a trail of victories. Moments where you rose, moments where you pushed through, moments where you discovered your hidden strength. That's proof. Proof that your power is real. Proof that you can rise again. Proof that you can keep going no matter what. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable in life started from the same place you are now. They weren't extraordinary at the beginning. They weren't fearless. They weren't free of doubts. The difference is that they chose to trust in their hidden power and take the first step anyway. And step by step, action by action, they awakened the force that was already inside them. You have that same force. It's not something you need to borrow or beg for. It is already yours. You just need to choose to use it. Think of your hidden power as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The more you push yourself to act despite fear, to rise despite challenges, to believe despite doubts, the more unshakable you become. And one day you'll look back and realize that the things that once scared you don't scare you anymore. The mountains that once seemed impossible to climb now look small in the distance. The fears that once chained you no longer hold you. That is the power within you, fully alive, fully awake. So I ask you now, what are you waiting for? How much longer will you keep doubting yourself? How much longer will you keep hiding your strength? How much longer will you let fear dictate your steps? Life is passing, and every moment you hesitate is a moment you never get back. The time to unlock your power is not tomorrow, not someday. It is now. You are ready now. You are strong enough now. You are capable now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. The hidden power you never knew you had is waiting for you to believe in it, to embrace it, to live it. And the moment you do, you'll realize that nothing can hold you back from becoming who you were always meant to be. So take a deep breath, stand tall, and decide today that you will no longer live small. Decide today that you will no longer underestimate yourself. Decide today that you will awaken the force that has been within you all along. Because the moment you choose to believe in that hidden power, your entire world begins to change. Your hidden power is not something that lies outside of you waiting to be handed over by someone else. It has always been within you, waiting to be claimed, and one of the greatest ways to awaken it is by aligning your purpose with service. Too often, people think that true strength is about building a life only for themselves, chasing success, chasing recognition, chasing comfort. But what they miss is that real power, the kind that shakes the world and transforms lives, comes alive when what you do isn't just about you, but about the impact you make on others. When you wake up every morning with a vision that stretches beyond your own needs, you start to access a force that is deeper than ambition. Ambition is about you. Purpose is about something bigger than you. And when you live with purpose, your hidden power starts to flow in ways you never imagined. Because suddenly, your challenges don't just feel like burdens, they become fuel. The setbacks don't just discourage you, they teach you. Every struggle becomes a stepping stone, because you're no longer just surviving for yourself, you're moving for something greater. Think about the people in history who left their mark. They weren't the ones who lived only for themselves. They were the ones who found meaning in service. They tapped into a strength that wasn't dependent on applause, wasn't dependent on rewards, wasn't dependent on convenience. They unlocked a power that came from the simple yet profound decision to live for more than themselves. And that's available to you too. Ask yourself who benefits when you rise, whose life gets better when you unlock what's been hidden inside you. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your community. Maybe it's people you haven't even met yet. Because your strength, once awakened, doesn't just stay with you. It flows outward. It inspires, it uplifts, it transforms. That's why your hidden power is never selfish. It was never meant to be locked up for your own gain. It was always meant to be shared. And here's the paradox: the more you give it away, the more it grows. The more you pour into others, the more you're filled. The more you lift others, the higher you rise. That's how it works. You think you're helping them, but in reality, you're awakening something inside yourself that could have never come alive if you only lived for you. There will be moments when you feel empty, when you wonder if it's worth it, when giving feels harder than taking. But remember this: every act of service, every step taken for a cause bigger than yourself, sharpens your inner power. It reminds you that you were not created to live small, self-contained, limited lives. You were created to expand, to overflow, to impact. So if you're searching for that hidden strength, stop looking in the mirror for how it benefits only you. Look outward. See the people who need your light, your courage, your resilience. Let their needs pull out of you the energy, the drive, the power you didn't even know you had. And when you live like that, your hidden power will no longer be hidden. It will be undeniable. Because the truth is, The greatest version of you doesn't appear when you serve yourself. It appears when you serve others. That is where your real power has always been. And when you finally step into that, you'll realize it was never lost. It was never far away. It was waiting for you to live for something bigger than you.